Ladies and gentlemen, the Idaho All-Star Marching Band directed by David A. Wells. Yeah! Let's hear it, friends, for the Idaho All-Star Marching Band. Wow. You guys know how to play. Presentation. This is the 2004 Crystal Band Fest Trophy, presented by Mike Griffey, president of the Tournament of Roses, and Remo Belli. Yay, Remo! Remo is responsible for all the drum heads here, friends. Yay! Say potato. Excellent. This is their premiere performance of the Idaho Marching Band. They were in the Boise River Festival 2003 parade. They feature 300 of the state's finest musicians and color guard personnel. They endured a week-long, intensive, long summer camp. I want to talk to you about this week-long, intensive summer camp. What do you do at a week-long, intensive summer band camp?
We do an awful lot of work. This band started at grassroots during the month of June, the latter part, when the temperature goes up over 110 every day. We housed them in Army barracks at the Army National Guard base we have it located in Boise, Idaho, and we spent 6 long days preparing for this trip to California.
Excellent. How did you go about raising money for this trip?
Each and every one of the children in this band is selected from the 80-some high schools throughout the state of Idaho. They all paid their entire ways through various projects the students worked on, community support, and their local bands.
That is a lot of French fries, friends. Wow. Well, my hat's off to all you Idaho people who work so hard and for your fine work. You're at Boise State University, is that correct?
Yes, I'm the director of athletic bands at the Boise State University. This week is my second bowl game. We played in Dallas-Fort Worth in the Fort Worth Bowl, and the Broncos, as always, we won.
Yay, Broncos! All right. Well, tell me, there's a lot of this stuff about potatoes in Idaho. Is it really true? Is there a potato like on every table there?
It comes when a newborn child is born, they're presented their first potato, and that's how we raise them.
Now, I heard there are actually no rocks in the state of Idaho. It's all petrified potatoes.
That's just about it. We send all the rocks down to Nevada.
Now, Boise's a very big state. How do you practice with such students from all over the place?
Well, that's why we're in an Army camp this summer. It was actually a boot camp. They were housed in Army barracks. It was first class all the way down the line, a whole new way of life. We had GI parties every night, every morning, the whole 9 yards. The kids learned a little bit of discipline during their encampment to prepare for this incredible parade.
What is a GI party? I'm not cool.
I will have my wife talk to you about that.
Okay. I think I said something I wasn't supposed to say, but, I'm from California. We don't know anything. Wow. Now, how do you go about selecting the music that you're going to play?
As soon as we found out what the theme was, music, 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 first thing that came to my mind, 76 trombones, we have to play it. March Grandioso is one of the finest marches we have in the band industry, and my favorite march, which they'll play at my funeral, is the National Emblem March, and that made my choices very easy.
Ah, wonderful. But that's one of your biggest challenges, though, as far as finding the music selection. And how do you know that other schools aren't going to do the same thing that you're going to do?
Oh, we really don't worry about that. When you hear good music, you can listen to the same piece of music over and over and over again, and you never get tired of it.
That's right. And nobody can do it like the potato people, right?
Well, you best believe it. That's the most important thing. Our kids are well-bred. My staff of all my directors you saw in the gray coats, there's 17 high school band directors that devoted their time and effort to this project, and they have just been incredible. Our chaperones and everything, we've just had a ball so far.
And that's a big part of it. I mean, that's the major part of the band is the parents and friends and people that donate, the communities. There's a lot of sacrifice that goes into this, isn't it?
Yeah, that's part of being involved in the band industry. You have to love it because it's a total sacrifice. You're committed to it to the fullest of 110%. 100% doesn't make it. It takes the full boat. That's why I've been in the industry. This is my 43rd year of teaching. I plan to teach for 50 years and then start over again.
Excellent. Well, I understand that these kids, what I've learned about bands is they're also not only fine musicians, but they're excellent students.
Oh, top of the line. I would say the average grade point average in this band right here is 3.5.
Wow. These are the kids, if there's any kids here, these are the ones you want to sit behind during the math test.
Yeah, that's the only way I got through school. I always had to sit around smart girls.
Yeah, find the clarinet player and date her, have her, help her with her chemistry, and away you go.
That's how I met my wife. She got me through school.
Now, when do you practice? You've got students from all over, so do they practice, they send in their tape, or what?
Yeah, well, after we had our initial encampment, what we did was we recorded the band in rehearsal and sent the rehearsal tapes out. Then the individual band directors would get the kids in various settings and practice the music, so that when we got together 2 days ago in Boise, Idaho, and the temperature was about 25 degrees, the wind blowing and snow flying, these kids put in a 5-hour rehearsal just to get ready to come out here this afternoon.
Excellent. Hey, it's been a real pleasure. David A. Wells, ladies and gentlemen. Hooray! We love you. Great having you. What?
And I always try to
Watch out.
Driving. Not the first one you do, the second day.
Watch out.
Come back.
Every year they discover new things to put on these floats for different colors. And right behind Long Beach, the Idaho High School All-Star Marching Band from Boise, Idaho. David A. Wells, the director. 60 high schools across the state of Idaho. And they have to pay their own way here. It costs each student about $900 to make the trip. It's a 15-hour bus ride from Boise, so they took a bus.
And like John Madden.
Yeah, not quite the same
I think
bus.
they have the same cruiser situation.
There's no
Probably not.
satellite dish on the top of their bus.
Or 3.
Don't forget tomorrow night, Big 12 chat. Kansas State riding high after their upset of Oklahoma. They crushed the Sooners, but now they face the defending national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes, in the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. The Bowl Championship Series continuing tomorrow night at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, right here on ABC Sports Championship Television. Kansas State looked great in that game.
All right, right now, 300. Wow, talented musicians make up our next band, the Idaho High School All-Star Marching Band.
Now, the Boise Band, I'm not talking about a boys band. The Boise Band, this is 98 Degrees, made up of very talented musicians and color guard members representing high schools from the state of Idaho.
Among the songs they will perform today, 76 trombones. Love it. From the classic Broadway musical, The Music Man, without a doubt, one of the best parade songs ever.
In addition to the Rose Parade, this group has represented their state in many other appearances, including the Boise River Festival.
You know, I always love to catch a glimpse of the band directors. There's a guy down there, he's clapping his hands, he's smiling, and there he goes. He was just beaming, and I think, you know, how many months and months and months of work. And this is their crowning moment.
Now remember, they create the theme to this parade upwards of 15 months, 14 months in advance.
Right.
January 15th, they'll announce next year's parade theme. Lots of work goes into this, and the Rose Parade this year is spectacular. It continues to be unstoppable right here from Pasadena.
Now there's a lot more for everyone to enjoy all around the world when the 2004 Rose Parade continues here on CBS.
You are multi-talented. Now, presenting high schools throughout the state of Idaho comes the Idaho High School All-Star Marching Band. This band is made up of 300 talented musicians and color guard members. The group has been the Boise River Festival Band since 1995.
Happy New Year, and may we all learn to live in peace and harmony in 2004.
Yeah, and I know all the folks back home are certainly proud. Again, these kids are the reason so many parents are working to keep music programs going in the schools. What would the Rose Parade be without the high school bands?
This has got to be a thrill for these kids to march in a parade like the Rose Parade.
Certainly, and having all their family and friends watch them.
And there are a lot of VCRs and TiVos going on right now in Idaho.
Yes. Mom, did you see me?
Every year, all across the country, to get to the Rose Parade, these bands hold bake sales, car washes, all sorts of charity events, because it takes a lot of money that usually isn't supported by the school or by the government, the local government. So they work hard and they support their team and their bands.
Yeah, and it's so wonderful to see them getting the reaction from the crowd
That's
that
right.
they so hoped to get.
And a big tip of the hat to the brass players in the band, because when 45 degrees, when those lips hit that brass, that's woo! Well, the parade's just moving into high gear, and down on the street are two of the stars of NBC's new comedy series, The Tracy Morgan Show. Mark John Jeffries and Bobby J. Thompson. Happy New Year to you guys.
Happy New Year, same to you.
That's right. Now, I know I saw you guys at the Thanksgiving Day Parade. Have you ever been to the Rose Parade?
No,
This is my first time ever being to the Rose Parade, but I'm having a great time. All the floats are real nice, and it's a pretty good experience knowing that this is one of the biggest parades in Southern California, and I'm able to be here.
You having a good time, Bobby?
Yes, I am. I like the floats. I like the marching bands. I like the cheerleaders.
You like the cheerleaders. All right, Bobby. Now, you stop that, Bobby. Well, Mark and Bobby, thanks a lot. You have a happy new year, okay?
Same to you.
Oh, now here's another band making its Rose Parade debut, comprised of musicians from across the state, the Idaho High School All-Star Marching Band. At 300 strong, ladies and gentlemen, this group from Idaho comes from a state so sparsely populated, there are 1.3 million residents there, that this band consists of musicians from high schools all across the state. They raised the money for the trip and their new uniforms.
And they're one of 23 bands in our parade today. In case you just now tuned in, Happy New Year, everybody. Bob Eubanks and Stephanie Edwards. We're in Pasadena, California for the granddaddy of them all. That, of course, the 115th Tournament of Roses Parade. It's already been a beautiful presentation with the B-2 bombers, the F-17, and the Raptor flying over twice. Gorgeous, gorgeous floats. The horses are beautiful, and it's just a great day to be alive.
And it's at its chilliest still. It's chillier right now than it was when we got up here in the booth much earlier this morning.
Great shot.
Did a good job. Thank you for giving us a little demo so we could see how much work went into that. And if you're from Boise, Idaho, here you go. This is the Idaho High School All-Star Marching Band, 300 total members, all the way from Idaho, under the direction of Sam Stone, and David A. Wells is their director. And their drum major is Elizabeth Oyama. Head drum major, Lacey Vanderboom. Field commander is Lydia Jones. Let's listen to the gang from the Idaho High School All-Star Marching Band.
Really a big deal for these kids.
Oh,
they work
great.
really hard to get out here. A lot of them have to have fundraisers to get money to come out.
Yeah, and you know, they start well over a year. I mean, these folks were selected probably 14, 15 months ago, and it's given them time to raise some money to make the trip down to Pasadena.
Event of a lifetime.
Have some fun stuff. Hey, there's the HGTV boat. There's Rebecca Coles and Paul James up there. You can see Rebecca waving.
Oh, there you go. Let's get the wave
look, she's
down.
got her
elbow, wrist. There you go.
Oh, you guys are really good. But we're right here, right above Orange Grove Boulevard. This is the start of the parade.
which is a great spot to be, because usually they're always going to play a song here, or the floats are going to do their thing.
Well, they
a little
have
animation.
energy.
Yes, right.
Imagine.
Nothing's broken down at this point. So
the crowd came early, and some of them slept on the streets last night. It was amazing.
By the way, being from Idaho, I just found out that the fundraiser, they sold russet potatoes door to door.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. That's how they raise the money.
Yum. You know, you put a little butter on those things, take them out of the oven. Mmm.
La sopa de fideos favorita en América. Y por la Curazao, un poco de su país, siempre patrocinando los grandes eventos.
Otra banda estudiantil más estelar del meridito Idaho, llena del ambiente de música. Son 300 elementos en total de la preparatoria Idaho de la ciudad de Boise.
Así es. Continuamos en el destino de las rosas. Esta es la banda estudiantil estelar preparatoria de Idaho, como ya mencionabas anteriormente, Rolando, y son 300 elementos en total, con 14 directores. Tienen 4 tambores mayores, más de 200 instrumentos de viento, de metal y madera, y 36 percusionistas y 5 abanderados bien guapetones por ahí.
Viene una banda, Carla, más adelante la vamos a ver. Ya mucha de nuestra gente, sobre todo acá en el área de California, que la reconocen, la identifican. Es la primera vez que una banda mexicana ha sido invitada a este desfile de las rosas, y vienen directamente desde la ciudad de Puebla.
Así es.
Los conocemos acá en California como los aguiluchos de cariño.
Y sabes que aquí, como dices tú, ya le han tomado bastante cariño a esta banda, porque ellos han hecho de todo por lograr su sueño de estar aquí con nosotros en el desfile de las rosas 2004. Imagínate que hasta vendieron chicles, vendían dulces, vendían pasteles, y bueno, qué bueno, los felicitamos porque realmente lograron su cometido, y aquí están con nosotros para brindarnos su música, que lo más lindo de todo es que esta banda pues toca hasta música regional mexicana, imagínate.
Y eso es uno de los grandes atractivos.